Oh, I think we are live.
No, it's summer. All the ice is melted.
Waiting 1 second. It doesn't show up on the YouTube yet. I'm assuming it's gone live, so
Yes,
it's
we are
live.
live.
So we're good to go. Hi everyone. It's Jenna here, the chair this year. We are coming to you live from the ConCom meeting. We do these. We've done a couple of these live ones, but I know some of you might be the first time here. But we basically do these meetings every Monday, and we give each other reports on what's going on and updates on the con, updates on what every department has done. So that's basically, we're going to walk through a regular ConCom meeting. If any relevant questions come up, we might answer them during the meeting, but after that, we will answer them after the meeting. So if you have any questions, our lovely moderators in chat will be saving those so we don't miss anything. But that is our intro. We are also going to be answering a great icebreaker question. And this week it's, what is your favorite animal? Great question. So yeah, let us begin. So oh my gosh, how many days are we until the con? I meant to look that up. 32 days until the con. So that's exciting. What have the chairs done this week? I've been catching up on emails. I was on vacation this past weekend and a lot less available than I expected to be because my roommate from college likes to walk everywhere and plan every second of her day. So I thought I'd have more time, but I did not. So I'm catching up on a bunch of emails. Eli and I wrote the chair letter for the program book and sent that to design. Waiting on, I still have that 5-year staff list. Please update that. I know some people don't have any information on there yet, just their name. So if you have any additional information or figure out additional 5-year staffers, please edit that. And then mostly it's me playing catch up. This week I need to work on the staff dead dog, choosing the menu for that, working on scheduling the ConCom schedule for Wednesday and Thursday, including the dinner. I need to write the sponsor letter for registration and also catch up on posting some of the public notes, which I know have not been posted in a couple weeks. So that is all. Does anybody have any questions for me? Also forgot to update. Eli won't be here this meeting. He's working on something for a different convention. Oh, and I forgot to answer, my favorite animal is a cat. Well, cats in general, but also a cat who I'm looking at. And Josh, you have a question.
Yeah, if you can shoot me a DM, I need to know who from ConCom you want at the pre-con meeting so I can send it off to the BCC.
Okay, let me make a note of that so I don't forget. All right, anything else? All right, we will go in regular alphabetical order this week, so I'll go with ConOps. No ConOps right now? I think you're muted if you're talking.
I am muted. Haha.
Sorry.
Sorry. I was talking and nothing was happening. Some of you have probably seen the rough draft of the hotel form that's gone out. I want to reiterate that is a rough draft. We've been getting a lot of responses back from it. So we're going to be sending out our revised version later tonight. Please keep an eye out for that. And hopefully we can make any more accommodations that we need to. But this late to the con, you know, we're trying to make as many as we can. No guarantees, no promises. We're doing our best for you. Other things ConOps did this week. We finally finalized the radios and boosts. We know where they're going to be going. We figured out our pickup paths and stuff like that. Only action item this week is the hotel revisions and some training that we're going to be putting together for the ConOps staff specifically. And again, you should be seeing those hotel revisions sometime tonight for those of you with hotel questions. That's it for ops, really.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions for ops on ConCom? I'm sure we'll have a lot of questions on staff. We will loop around to a lot of those at the end. Josh again.
Val, just so you're aware, I need to send the spreadsheets no later than Wednesday. We can make iterations off of those once we get the confirmation numbers after that. So if you want to put forth all the effort before Wednesday, that would be fantastic.
All right, we'll make a note of that and try to get it all done and wrapped up for you by Wednesday at the latest. And I think I saw a hand from Jeremy. Hi, Jeremy.
Indeed, you did. Heidi ho. So, two things. One, can you and I hook up offline after the meeting on this exact subject?
Yes.
And then two, what's your favorite animal?
Oh, right. I was supposed to open with my favorite animal. Raccoons. Hands down.
Solid choice. Solid choice.
Trash pandas.
No, they're not trash. No, we don't.
I say that in an endearing way.
In an endearing way?
Yes. Trash pandas. Everyone loves pandas, and everyone makes trash. Anyway, does anybody have anything else for cut-ups? No. Okay.
No? Okay.
I don't think so.
Yeah, we had a pretty short week. We were just hotels this week.
Understandably. All right, we will move on to design.
Hello, I'm Lauren. I'm the head of design, and I think my favorite animal is rabbits, maybe? I don't know. Never really thought about it. And Emily?
Hi, I'm Emily. I'm the deputy head of design, and I'm going to go with cats because I've always had cats growing up. All right, so our update. First things first, for all you ConCom people, take 5 minutes this week. Seriously, go look at the staff roster and make sure your department is correct. We don't want to have any staff upset if their names or titles are printed incorrectly. This is on you guys to make sure it's correct. Thank you to those who have. We're nearly done standardizing all the scheduled content, words and spellings and all that wonderful stuff. That was our major time sink last week. Just a couple things left. Viper and events, we'll be reaching out to you probably in the next day or two. Some of the VIP panel names and descriptions were kind of uninspiring, and we have some suggestions to make those better. Also, Viper, while prepping the con book, we did find that some headshots are below print quality spec. We'll get you that list likely tomorrow too. We met with Reg last week, confirmed the sponsor stuff's on track. I think we're in a good spot. Reg, I'll let you agree. Baltimore Arcade, that tournament schedule has been published on .org. I am currently in the process of getting the Thursday activities page up and then getting some associated promo graphics ready. Sponsored lanyards are here and they look fantastic. I think this is probably one of the we've ever produced. We'll let that stay a mystery. But you guys are going to love these. We got a couple outstanding assignments on the art side of the house, although pretty much we are done for the year in terms of art. As we're nearly 30 days out, our art fleet has been released, so they can go prep for their vendor booths, which means we're going to be running a bit on a skeleton crew while we put together the remaining things like the book, the signs, and the printed material. So if you do need something from us, please be patient. We have a lot of things we're currently juggling.
Art is done. It's design time now.
Yep. And lastly, email later tonight regarding business cards for the convention. Same deal as last year. The design budget covers 50 cards for each head and deputy at ConCom. If you guys need more than that, or if you have anyone on your staff who has a business need to have the cards, like a manager, for example, those will come out of your budget. But that form is linked there in the ConCom notes for you guys. That's kind of it for us. Any questions, comments, concerns, hopes, dreams, wishes, or alternate job opportunities? I see Rachel has a hand.
What if I only want like 10 cards? Because I have so many leftover cards from all the years. That
You should shred those because your character looks way awesomer now, and also your title would be highly incorrect.
Also, my title's changed like 6 times. But what I meant was, what if I want like 10 because I always end up with a bajillion extra?
You're going to get 50 because of minimum quantities.
All right. Great.
Just don't change roles next year.
This time, sorry.
Jeremy, I see a hand.
Indeed. Just quick question. Also, on the note of business cards, if we can hook up, and I'll shoot you guys an email about this, but if we can hook up about also the handler business cards, and doing that thing like we've done in years past.
The handler's getting pre-printed.
Yeah, it's the just fill in the blank business card.
Oh, you want the VIPs to try and decipher the crappy handwriting. Okay, we can do that.
Exactly.
All right, yeah, we can do that this year. I think I got those files handy already.
Cool beans.
What? I'm trying to understand what was just said. Insofar as last year they were all printed and stuff, there was no handwriting.
Jeremy wants people to fill in the blank this year and have handwriting deciphered.
No, I just simply forgot that they were printed. That's
Can
all.
we talk
print
about this
them?
later?
Yep. We can. That's why I said I was going to shoot an email.
That's cool. Yeah, let's take it offline. Either way, the business card form's ready for your handlers, so that's a thing too.
Cool.
I would just rather people not filling in things with terrible handwriting because people and handwriting.
Agreed.
Well, we'll talk later.
Yeah.
Does anyone have anything else for design? Okay, am I missing any questions? Yes, the questions are held to the end. Okay, I'm not missing any questions at all. All right, events, you guys are next. If you are speaking, you are muted.
Oh, you know what? We do have one thing that we forgot.
What was that? Well,
while they figure out their audio issue, let's do show and tell of the week. Let me go ahead, choose an overlay, presenting the ConStore pin for 2017.
I didn't see the little gems inside the last time.
Do I have one?
Nice.
That is all.
Hype.
Awesome. All right. Is events ready?
Cody, please talk.
There's an angry cat on my end.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and do the events talk.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. I'm Grant. I'm the deputy head of events. My favorite animal is the first animal I see in my room. We will say a llama. That'll be cool. This week we had a fairly productive week. We did talk with Foner with XOps, got power for the Hall of the Sun, which we determined we would need through our union steward. We got all of the cosplay things for design. I believe we are current. If I'm missing anything, let me know. We started announcing all of our BP musicians one at a time via 2-week tweet storm. We will be ending on next Thursday. I just had a small talk with Emily during this meeting. I believe it will go live on the website on that Thursday, which would then be the 27th. No, maybe the 20th. The 20th. It is the 20th. Our YouTube channel was featured on Equestria Daily. I put some links there in our notes. It was because we ended up doing a visualizer for our exclusive tracks from our musicians. It's been pretty exciting seeing the reaction to that. First one was pretty big today, is sitting right around 200 views. So not a huge outreach, but we are getting views. We started our panel rating form. I also linked to that. That was mostly for Eli. I will send that over to him in a PM to look at. But we're also going to be making that sheet for all of our activity spaces and rooms so that everyone can see. I've been working with Foam Brain, get them in the vendor hall. It's something that was dropped a little bit, but they will be coming today, confirmed. I am getting all of their information over to vendors as soon as it comes in, and we should be good to go on that. We have continued doing tabletop activities. I got as many in as I could before the schedule. We have like 3 more that are still on the waiting list, plus a few more being added by the new staffer. Hired that new person for the staffer is what I just basically wrapped up into one. We've done more interviews, hired like I believe 2 or 3 more people, got 2 more applications today. We had to stop a panelist from using our logo inappropriately. Props go to design/Lauren for bringing that to our attention and getting it taken care of within like, I think it was 2-hour turnaround. It was awesome. We discussed the legality of the charity prize, which I have a discussion project on at the end of the meeting. Our shift schedule is almost completed, just the template of it, so that we will then be discussing with our staff in the next week. Hi, event staff, I know you can see me. We will be discussing with them about when they want to work and how many shifts and how long and all that fun stuff. It's going to be a fun week. We're also going to meet with you within the next week or two. It'll be fun times. We made some adjustments with the Burlesque Tavern. Is that so? Tavern Burlesque? I'm sorry. Mainly, they needed some more time. It was an issue last year that got lost. We took care of it by removing everyone's favorite thing. Sorry, guys. I love you all. Let's see. We've been bumping the events chat and trying to get everyone communicating. We were almost at all chat levels this week. We were sitting right before the meeting at 607 messages sent in events chat versus the 648 from last week at this time. So that was pretty cool. I love it, and we are going to keep communicating because that is our key to success. I've built a badge list for our panelists and musicians. We're going to keep adding to that as they keep coming in. I can share that with registration whenever is convenient. I also have a hotel list for the musicians. I don't believe we've given that to our musicians, so there might be some changes, but I believe I did pass that along to Josh or ConOps, or I didn't. I just thought about it. I'm not sure. Let me know if I didn't. Cody had a call with our equipment vendor to make sure that all of our power and union needs were taken care of, as well as finalize some details with the performance and the performance space. We talked with the Hall A fund provider about boilerplate, box of crabs, and the likes. We are waiting on, we put in a request to have the new cosplay deadline announced on Twitter. We would like that if you have time, PR. We still need lots of applications. I see we're pinned on the Twitter. If you have friends, all staff, if you have friends who want to work in events, apply, please. We need specifically 2 humans who want to staff the children's room. Those are the highest priority we have at the moment. I also see something about a document from Forner, which I am not read in on. Action items for this year, we're going to, or for this year. Yeah, so for the rest of the year, no. Activity rooms, we would like to have everything on a purchase list by the end of this week. I want to finalize the details and get open mic hosted, which is a new event. Old event turned new event. It's going to be on the Renegade stage. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's a secret scavenger hunt I'm still working on and want to finish up this week. We need to get our panel liaisons on the new list so that they can do what they want to do. We also need to, I think, hire 1 more and finish, but it'll all be good. We're going to continue our hiring and basically everything else too. I also have a note here that I want to talk with XOps about Hall C, because I don't understand with the layout and the room open and everything. Hopefully we can connect at some point. I think you have your meetings on Thursday. We can meet after my meeting if that's okay with you. Any other questions or any questions for events?
I won't be around on Thursday. But
Sad face.
Eve has a question.
Sorry, Ruin Your Mojo. It's not so much a question as we are going to have SpecEv and Lions reach out to you this week to get schedules so that they can make their schedules.
Yes, I did see Goose had said something along that. Cody said we could get that information to him tonight. We will be making a PDF, I think, for them.
Perfect. Sounds good. That's all.
All right, anything else for events? Okay, XOps.
Hello. All right. Josh. My favorite animal are very intelligent donkeys. How about you, Rachel?
Let's see. My favorite animal is a manatee.
Manatee? That's good. I really like that GIF where its nose boops into glass. That's all I know about manatees.
It's
Anyway,
smooshy. It goes smoosh. It goes.
They are very squishy.
They're so
all right.
cute.
So here we go. This week we met with the Hilton. We squared away our hours with the Holiday Ballroom because we're sharing them with some other group for part of the day Thursday morning or Friday morning. We will have it 3 p.m. onward on Friday, 6 a.m. onward on Saturday, and Sunday we will have it 6 a.m. until 2 a.m. I know Jenna set up the Dead Dog to go until 1 a.m. That's cool, but that gives us an hour to clean up that room. So specifically ConOps, if you decide you want to use that time to drop off lots of pallets of old stuff for people to just grab, please utilize that extra hour to remove the stuff from the room this year, as opposed to just leaving it for people to figure out how to take away. They are aware of the fact that we are going to be providing some edible arrangements, which is code word for we're going to buy brownies or whatnot and set them up in a circle on a plate, and then spend money to buy stuff elsewhere. We will also be having a single bar during our panel hours as well as Dead Dog hours. Had our weekly meeting with Shepard. Hi, Sheva. Welcome back from your spin class.
Shut up! It was free. Shut up!
We met with Shepard. Our entrance unit has been ordered, and it's going to be utilized on level 300 as a wayfinding sign for people to figure out how to go down to Hall E for the vendor hall. We have the vendor info now from VR to give to them. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And we should be getting their official CAD layout for us to review before they send it off to the fire marshal this week. In terms of overall hotels, we have 207 room nights to go at the Marriott Inner Harbor to meet attrition. Our staff hotels should probably cover that nicely. And I now have contact with our account exec, something that I've been waiting on for a while. So I should be able to fill out our credit card information for them. Stuff we are waiting on, ConOps. I need our insurance papers, and I need it like tomorrow. I also need the full staff list to get to the BCC for Wednesday and Thursday. Security, I need our contact info for our hired security group. That's our account exec who will be there, their phone number, and their email address. Stuff for this week, I'm going to be finishing up our EIS in the next 48 hours. It's due tomorrow, so they're giving me a little bit of leeway. I still have to finish Sunday of the master schedule as well as key card assignments. Keep in mind, everybody, that like last year, we are going to red light all of the doors. That is, we are going to lock all of the doors, and key cards will be needed to access them. Saturday, I'm going to go high five the design team personally because they are pretty awesome. At the end of this meeting, I'm going to talk a little bit about getting in touch with XOps at the con, and as I told Val, going to send out staff hotels sometime in the next 24 hours or so. I think that's everything, unless Rachel has something else.
I do, actually, kind of. I'm going to open up CAD one more time before the con. If anyone would like specialized maps with any specialized sizes or specialized things turned on or off, special notes, etc., send me an email because I will make them for you before the con. I will open up CAD one more time just for you, whoever wants anything specialized that isn't already in the layout folder.
That's right.
But you must email me about it in the next 2 weeks, or else it's not happening. All right?
One more time, and then George Washington is going home.
Oh. No, seriously. Like, I'm totally willing to make specialty maps in whatever size, 2 foot by 3 foot, or 8.5 by 11, like whatever works for you guys. Hallways on, hallways off, whatever will help you guys out for your books or your rooms or whatever. No, I'll even open up CAD for Viper. This is for everybody. This is an offer for all departments. If you want something special, let me know. But I'm only gonna do it once. That's why. All right, that's my offer. You have 2 weeks to take me up on it. That's all I've got.
Cool. Any questions? I think that's it.
Oh, I don't see any questions, but they have time. Going once. Going twice. No questions for XOps. All right, finance.
Hello, everyone. I am Troy Smith, head of finance, and my favorite animal is. Please forgive me, and I say this, and it's not because of any to me, but it's a fox. Because it's just the fox. Finance has been on vacation. No, a fox.
Oh, okay.
Fox.
Just needed to clarify.
Yes. Finance has been on vacation for the past week, so happened to do tonight, just as soon as I got home. I'm tired. My deputy is currently driving to home, so he will not be here. Happened this week. So PEX cards are finally been mostly issued out, and I sent those who wanted them. All departments that except that I responded to are getting a card. At least one. Chairs are getting 2. They have already been. They should be there. So on the 14th, on the 24th, if not, we'll yell at them because we need to get the cards there fast. There's still not a lot of leeway in those cards because I haven't set any rules yet. But when I do, it should be pretty much the board of, hey, you can use it at any place that it takes cards because it's more for on purchasing on the spot. Also, I know there's some outstanding Amazon orders that needs to go through that will be going through tonight. I just have to review it, and I have not had the chance to actually do that. I went to the bank today to fix one of our cards to raise the maximum limit so they can do some certain payments. I haven't got a response on them yet. They said they'll have it done by night, and they'll call me, and they haven't. So I'm just going to assume it's not. I will talk to them tomorrow, so you could be so you are good to make those hotel payments. We're waiting on PR. Batista contacted me about the invoice for the Baltimore. What was it? The Bay Sox.
I was muted. Sorry, say that again.
Yeah, that just got signed. So we have like 12 days to pay him or something.
Okay, I just need the contract, and so I can send it out to them.
Yep, I will let him.
And things that I need to get done. I need to get done my pricing lists for the COD store. So people have been asking me for that a lot. Just need to get it done, put it on paper instead of in my head. Other than that, like Chair says, we have 30 days left. Please, if you have purchases for Amazon or any type of shipping that we need, get it done ASAP. I really don't want to pay for. I really don't want to hope for. Oh, it'll be there eventually and be late, and we have to rush or something. So I know, like I said, I had some outstanding ones to do, but that'll be done tonight. I just got to do a quick look over. Other than that, that's finance.
All right. Does any? Oh, Jeremy has a question.
Indeed, I do. if you could, Troy, at some point offline, let me know who all's VIP payments have gone through. I got word back
All of
from
them.
all of them. Sweet-tastic, cool. I just
wait, let me define that. All have been sent.
right. If you have any on your end, any indication that they have been received, I would like to hear that. I've heard back from a couple of agents, but not all of them. So, but we can discuss that offline.
Okay, does anybody have anything else for finance? Okay, then PR.
Ahoy!
Turn this a little bit. I know you don't. Do you?
You can put me on camera.
Just put your own camera. The thing is, you can see how messy our home is.
Yeah, you can.
Oh
you
gosh.
probably should put that off. That's terrible.
No, now they already know now.
But anyway, hello. I am Josh. I am the head of PR. I look really terrible because I work on something. It's the thing. My favorite animal, I think, is the raccoon because they're grody, but they're sort of cute, which is like the aesthetic I aspire
Why
to.
do all you people love trash pandas?
Trash pandas are great. So we finally got the Baltimore Sun squared away. It was a whole lot of back and forth for some reason. It was a long and tedious process, but we're going to run a quarter-page ad in the city paper for the 3 weeks leading up to the convention, and then we're going to do an email blast that I think targets 10,000 people in the Baltimore area. So that's what we'll be doing with them this year. It is solidified. I'm not sure if we paid them yet. If we haven't, Troy, I'll have Sarah reach out to you with that. But I think we did, maybe. The Base Sox contract, as Troy brought up, is inked. Now we just need to throw money at them, but they only require that the contract be signed within 14 days of initiation. So, and we have to pay within 12. So they've been distributing flyers. But I just made Jen laugh, but I don't know why. We're on day 5 of Brodicalooza announcements. They're going over pretty well. People are excited about them, and I'm excited about them because it gives me something to tweet about that isn't pulling nonsense out of. Anyway, we onboarded a couple last-minute staffers for charity. Lars has had a couple friends who he wanted to bring on that would be used to us because our charity area and our info desk are sort of conjoined. So they can do a little bit of double duty if we need them to. We've been running ads all over Reddit, 4chan, you know. But Reddit right now is our number 4 refer. The top 3 being t.co, which is the Twitter URL shortener, and Facebook, and the third one might be Tumblr, but I don't remember off the top of my head. But it's number 4 right now.
What is number Reddit?
Yeah, so it is definitely bringing traffic to our site, and surprisingly enough, it has a really low bounce rate, which is exciting. People are actually looking at our site and staying on it when they follow Reddit ads. So money well spent. We'll see if it ends up equating to actual badges and badges sold, but traffic is good. Jason is looking at purchasing Dropbox for 5 users, commercial. That should rectify some of our issues that we've had in the past with dealing with photographers uploading photos. It's typically been pretty messy. Infodesk is picking up continuously. I'd imagine it will until con hits. They've been primarily the typical badge transfer, when is this, when is the schedule coming out sort of questions. Nothing too dramatic. We have had a couple inquiries about press, so we're going to be continuing to push through on some of our press acceptances. That stuff has gotten delayed with the loss of Jose, but we're going to keep on it and keep trucking along. Groupon, we had a meeting with them this week about potentially putting together a deal. As per last year, offer that they gave us is pretty laughable by the time you do the discount and the cut that they want. We'd be making on a 3-day badge like $24, which is not great. So probably, I mean, I'll counter with something higher and see if they happen to bite at it. But last year, they were not too keen on doing anything more than a 60-40 split, which still is not great. So Groupon will probably not be happening, but we'll give it a shot. And the survey that's going to be sent out to previous attendees who have not attended or registered for badges this year. I didn't realize that it still needed an intro paragraph, so I will be drafting one tonight after this meeting, and then it is good to go. There's nothing dramatic as far as revisions go that it needs, so I'm not sure if anyone else has anything that they need to contribute to that, but I'm fine with it. And that's really all I have. Does anyone have anything else?
There's probably some questions that I can't see. Emily has a question.
Shoot. So on the subject of Baltimore Sun, did you confirm with them if they have the email, the HTML email that we did for them, and also the print assets?
As far as I know, they do. Sarah said that you spoke to them and they had everything you need. So.
A little nervous about that because yeah, we sent it over after Jose dropped and like directly to her, and we never heard anything. So. Sure.
Yeah, I'll email her tonight if you guys.
Okay.
I'll ask Sarah, but I will email. Oh my God, I'm blanking. Rachel. I'll email her tonight because she should have an answer for us pretty quick. But as far as I know, everything is solidified. She has everything. But
cool. And did we?
More Sun.
And for the Reddit ads, did we put a tracking?
I don't think that we used a specific page URL, which I regret very much. But that being said, analytics the analytics data is fairly decent with regards to referrals from Reddit. It seems to be it gives us a pretty decent baseline. It's not ideal. I would prefer to have a specific landing, but at this point, I'm not about to swap out the link.
Yeah, I was just gonna say if it doesn't have the query param on there, we can't track it through Eventbrite, and I'm really curious how that goes.
Yeah, I am too. I'm amazed by. I think we're looking at like a somewhere in the ballpark of the like low 30s, like 32% bounce rate, which is much lower than any other ad campaign we've ever run.
Right. All right. And we should definitely chat about getting that survey out. We'll chat offline though.
Yeah.
I think this is in reference to the Reddit stuff, but Sheva asked, "What's the relative scale between those numbers?" I think you can clarify if you need to, Sheva, but between the websites, I'm not sure.
Which metric are you referring to?
You were saying that like there's Twitter, Facebook. I don't really remember. You gave a bunch.
You said Twitter was number one. Yeah, I did get that right.
Twitter is number one by like some insane margin, like 22,000 referrals in the past 6 days. It is significantly higher than any other one. But you're looking at, I think, in the ballpark of like 1,200 referrals from Reddit, which combined with the fact that the bounce rate is like in the low 30%, is fairly decent given how cheap those ads are. We're spending like $6 a day on Reddit ads. Or not on Reddit ads, on all of our online advertising. Reddit, 4chan, and DeviantArt, I think, are the three that we're doing self-service bid-style advertising on. So given that we're investing $6 a day on it, that's a fairly good return on investment.
And then Josh or Sheva has a question, if that wasn't it.
That was basically it.
Okay. Did that clarify?
Yeah, I just want to make sure it didn't get lost in the shuffle.
Okay, yeah, of course. Does anybody have anything else for PR?
just a quick thing that I forgot to mention. When we finish the Brony Palooza lineup and announce that, we're probably going to do that as a promoted post on Twitter and Facebook also, because that's pretty much the last thing that we have that we can do as a promoted post. Other than we'll probably do one for like a couple days before the close of registration.
There's also some chatter in the chat about a Reddit AMA.
I would love to do an AMA. We've talked about it before. I'm not sure what the hang-up was. I remember it was a scheduling thing, I think. But yeah, well, I would love to put that together. I'll talk to our team and see, because typically we've had ConCom be sort of the
available,
the go-to actual answering questions type people, and then we've had a couple PR staffers appointed as not moderators, but more or less internal moderators to point out stuff that we specifically want to address.
All right. Andrea, next Monday, why not?
Next Monday works.
We'll talk. Because you know I'm game for it. We've talked about it. Is next Monday not enough time to promote something like that, though? Or is it just enough time?
I would imagine if we're able to get in touch with the MLP moderators, that it won't be a problem.
Okay. Well, we'll talk. We'll chat. We'll chat after the meeting. And I forget who's next. So is there any other questions for PR? No? All right, then registration.
Hey, if I had to pick my favorite animal.
Oh, Wade, you're a little quiet. Can you get a little closer to your mic?
Yeah.
More loud, Wade.
For the entire time.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. If I had to pick a favorite animal, it would either be cats or dogs. I really love my pets. Somebody brought a Saint Bernard into work today, and I almost cried. But so what did we do this week? We sent out our shift schedule to all of our staffers so we can actually get feedback on that and find out if anybody has any conflicts anymore. We also met with events to discuss ordering the sponsor swag and stuff like that and deciding what water bottles people are going to be getting. That was a very heated discussion for the record. What are we waiting on? Finance. We pinged you guys in Slack about a potential meeting on Friday. If we could get a reply on that, that'd be super cool. I don't think we're waiting on anything else. That's it for me.
And I'm Robert, Deputy Head of Registration. I'm not allowed to answer humans to the question of what's your favorite animal, and I'm guessing I'm not also allowed to answer which one tastes the best. So I will throw my hat into the ring for trash pandas. Action items for this week. It's compiling a list of...
Trash pandas.
Action items for this week are compiling a full list of what we need printed to design. Badge metrics had a healthy 30% week-over-week growth, 166 new registrations, bringing us to a total of 2,914. It keeps us at 83% of 2016's numbers, and again, stable to 2015 at 58%. Things are going to get interesting over the next couple weeks because now we're entering the, I guess, exponential growth. 2016 badge sales for the next week projected would be in the realm of high 300s. So over double of what we had this week. So I think that next week is really going to be telling in terms of how things finish up because it's been pretty on track so far. So yeah, that's that.
All right. Does anybody have any questions for Reg? Oh, Ray left and came back. No? Okay. Security.
Hi, I'm Dove. My favorite animal is the octopus, but I do have a trash panda stuffed animal that I've had since the age of like 1. So there you go. Goose, would you like to talk about your favorite animal?
Hi, I'm Goose. I'm the Deputy Head of Security, and my favorite animal is Badger, cause Hufflepuff.
Okay, so this week on security, we have been talking about making a series of videos for how to security for the non-security op. This weekend, Goose and I made those. They require a tiny bit of video editing, which Goose is working on because my computer doesn't like that file type.
I'm actually working on the final video right now.
There you go. See, he's working on it right now. We have continued, so those should be up in the drive in a place where everybody can see them who is curious about those things. And those include like what an incident report is and what it should include, or how to report a missing person, or what to do if you find a medical incident, which is just sort of generally useful stuff, or some very basic radio etiquette. So know them, watch them. You're not obligated to, but we sort of made them as a resource for people if they have some extra curiosity about that stuff. Other things that we've done, we've continued doing our trainings, and we have chosen our hired security. It's going to be Simmons, or it is Simmons. We're sending them out the thing tonight so we can get contracts going and then get you all that information. Josh, I think it's probably going to be the same people as it was last year. Diane is our go-to person. I don't know who she's going to send to us like at the convention center yet, but she's our contact. In terms of things that we were waiting on, our biggest thing actually is Event Medical right now. We've been having a really hard time getting them to sign a contract. So that's my personal struggle. I've been poking that on a regular basis. Action items. I think our biggest thing for this week is ordering things and getting shift times laid out for all of our divisions, so that we can send that to ConOps so they can arrange their timing for when to make sure that they have people to give us radios, and so that people know when they need to be up and available. And then our other thing for this week is that our live security meeting is tomorrow. So if you have questions about security, feel free to save them for tomorrow and come to our meeting tomorrow. It'll be like an hour and a half of just security things. And then, we'll send out a link for that tomorrow so that you can come join us. We'll do it in Zoom so you can ask questions in voices instead of over text. Lise, do you have anything to add to that?
No, that's it.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions for security? Besides security staff, we can wait for tomorrow. Unless they're not going to be there tomorrow. In which case.
All right. I don't think anybody does.
Cool.
So vendors.
Howdy, howdy. So vendors this week. Actually, first off, I'm Mike Carney, Screw Loose. I'm co-chair of the Department for Vendor Relations, and my fabulous co-chair, Sheva.
Hello.
Yeah, there you go.
Here's the bat.
You see the bat?
I see the bat. That is adorable.
I have 5 more.
I did not know if you're. I was gonna either say bats or penguins. I couldn't.
Birds are second, but bats are love. Bats are life.
That's our life, yeah.
And third is goats. Please go on now.
I can't tell. I don't domesticated. If we're gonna go domesticated, cats are better than dogs. Just the way it is. Fight me. But if we're talking wild animal, I can't decide between platypuses and kangaroos. Bouncy things, great, they're awesome. Anyway, so vendors this week has been dominated by Sheva. She has been a BAMF at handling a bunch of the logistical aspects of both the Artist Alley and Vendor Hall. We've had some layout issues. We've had not a lot, but we've had drops. We've had ads. We've had we need to do a lot of communications between a bunch of the other departments, and she has just rocked that like a rock star. I've handled the Artist Alley, sent out a bunch of offers for tables to see if they wanted to vend, and we very happily got a lot of positive responses. We've increased sizes of single tables to double tables, and I want to say that we will be making a very, very exciting announcement for our vendors and Artist Alley within the next couple of days, but can't say exactly when, but next couple of days. It just depends on a couple of factors, but we will tell you as soon as we can. What we have to take care of some tax info. Any of you vendors or artists that are currently watching, if you have not sent in tax info before, you are going to need to contact the Comptroller of Maryland. Kind of missed your window, but we have some other back end stuff we need to take care of, and I think I mentioned everything, Sheva.
Yup, we're doing pretty good. Deadline for since Josh asked me privately when we're putting vendor badges into the system, the answer is roughly the end of the month.
I love roughly at the end of the month. That's perfect.
Yeah, well, roughly at the end of the month means like probably like 2 days before the con, because vendors are not good about submitting their badge info on time.
We are artists. We're not
Our exhibitors.
They're
we're artists.
not people who follow rules and help at all.
Yeah. Come on.
All right. Does anybody have any questions for vendors? Okay, good. Who is last? Viper. Viper is last but not least, as usual.
It's okay. We know you forgot about us. It's okay.
It's okay.
Anyways, Heidi Ho from the land of Viper, guys. This week's Viper update is brought to you by the letter patch, as in this patch, which has my favorite animal on it, the falcon, because they are fast and they're fantastic to watch fly. And on that note, Scout.
Hi.
Hi. What's your favorite animal?
Brontosaurus. Specifically.
Brontosaurus.
Long-necked dinosaurs are my favorite. So if you have conversations about long-necked dinosaurs, please hit me in Slack.
That's fair. There was nothing stating that you could not say an extinct animal. So with that, that's Scout, Andrea Brabant, our deputy of Viper. And in other news in the world of Viper, what we did this week, we trained some people. We got some more info from our lovely agents regarding Entourage so that we could get our green room access set up for everyone. And we settled the Centerplate contract finance. We need to tag up also on paying them. It should be pretty much the same as last year. Action items, already mentioned it, but talking to ops after the meeting regarding hotel stuff. And that's about it in the grand world of Viper. Comments, questions, concerns from people? That's what I like to hear. Absolutely the sound of silence. And with that, on to discussion topics.
Yes. Let us go on. We have a couple short discussion topics, it looks like, and then we will go on to questions. The first one is for Cody. I know we were not able to get his audio earlier, but
Test, can you hear me?
he's here now. We also need your favorite animal since we didn't get it before.
All right. Sorry, I thought that worked. My phone usually is pretty good about these things. Favorite animal, I would have to say blue jay.
Wait, say that again?
Blue jay.
Okay. Specific species as well. Not species. Genus.
Second is the trash panda, though.
All right.
All right.
Floor is yours.
So discussion topic. So the one I had, it was a proposed idea for the escape room, and I put that in quotes because it's not a full escape room per se. I was unable to get in touch with the people who ran the escape room last year. They just, we started back in February and have heard nothing. So I think Coltrane actually put me in touch with the Charm City Clue Room in Baltimore. They have a sort of portable type thing. Sort of like what was at PAX East in the vendor hall. I don't know a lot about it. I do know that it's basically a it's a tabletop escape room kind of thing, where there's a plushie that's trapped, and there's 3 cases, and I assume you'd have to open one in succession. It involves 4 to 6 people. It basically requires all the same skills and teamwork as an escape room, except in a portable package. So the idea that we had was, instead of just having one group in there and locked in the room, we could have 3 of these things, or 2 or 3 of these things, and have it be sort of like an escape room competition. You could have 3 different groups of 4 to 6 people, all going at the same time. Each round takes about a half hour for preparation, the actual escape, which takes, I think, roughly 10 minutes, and then reset and whatnot. So the idea was to have 2 or 3 of these things set up at the same time and have it be a competition, and then the prize, which we are still working out, would be going to the winner of that. We're thinking we can get the 3 mascots, have them be locked in these things and trapped, and then have the attendees break them out. I haven't been able to immediately find a decently priced escape room in the area, but I know that Coltrane, we're working on something with them, and Coltrane brought it up to me. I was like, hey, these people also offer this. What do you think? So I wanted to propose that here and see what you guys thought of that. It would be operating out of the same room that we had the escape room in last year. So, I mean, the name sort of kind of fits. But I just wanted to get some thoughts and opinions on that and see what you guys thought.
I'm game. It sounds cool. Regarding Emily's question, it was run by the Paper Pony people. And we've used all the same contact information that I have had. I've given to events, so I guess they may not be doing that anymore.
Yeah, and I tried looking up. I think I tried looking up what they were doing, or at least the name they went by for the escape room last year on Facebook, and I know it came up with, we're going to be at BronyCon 2016.
Yeah, they haven't posted a whole lot since then. They went into like Nightmare Nights, but maybe it didn't work out for them. But the escape room plan that you're doing sounds really cool, especially Charm City Clue Room is like a larger entity, so like people could experience it at our con and then go check it out.
Yeah, and I think I was working out a deal with them where if they were able to promote their own escape room, or like their full escape room at least in this room, then they could give us a very, very nice discount. So we were talking about that as well. And
does anyone have any strong feelings that they want to express? Negative feelings?
I'm just glad we're going to put something in that room that is exactly what we have, reps prescribed for that room. Described.
I agree. All right. Cardi, did you have any specific questions, or I think everyone's game?
No, I mean, I definitely wanted the thoughts and opinions. And it sounds like everyone's game, or at least nobody has brought up that they are not, in fact, game.
Yeah,
so,
no, negative.
All right, awesome. Sweet. Then that's all I had for that topic.
Oh, I do have one quick question.
Sure.
Is it something that we can work with them on a guarantee of doing more than 1 year? It would be really sucky to kind of go into this, I think like we did with the Paper Pony people, and just presume that we're going to have them again for another year. But do we want to, is that a thing that we can do? Just like that way we're not just stuck at the end of it being like, well, this is great. Crap, they're gone.
It's definitely something that I can bring up. I mean, I would say that we should probably see how things go this year before we lock into anything with them. But seeing as how it's more of a bigger business, their whole business is escape rooms, and it seems like they do pretty well in Baltimore. I can bring up with them and see if they have anything like that, or if yes, I can bring it up.
That's a good point. All right, anything else on this topic? We will jump along to another events topic, the charity prize.
Don't you just love hearing from events all the time? It's the
I do.
All right, so I've attached a document which I'm going to attempt to summarize. Basically, I've talked at length with Anthony Garcia, who originally came up with the idea, or at the request of Jenny, he investigated the possibility of having a paid-in or charity kind of thing to go along with the Appaloosa Hold'em tournament, which is a poker tournament which was super highly successful, I want to say, in 2015. It was the first year, and it was super duper popular, and then continued to be popular in 2016. In the last meeting, I had mentioned that we were considering doing a charity prize for it, and which the charity prize would be the first place winner would get to have their name attached to a donation from Lunar Solace to our charity Cure Search, which would mean that they're not winning any money and we're not giving them money, but we're already giving money to Cure Search, and we're going to say this amount of money specifically is being donated in the name of this person. And Eli had some concerns and wished to have more information, so I have acquired the more information. And on the document in the notes, I have highlighted what I feel is the best summaries, mainly highlighting that for an event to be considered gambling, money must change hands in relation to the event, or an entry fee for the game. Since there is no money changing as part of the event, Anthony feels that this does not fit the legal definition of gambling. And according to him and his layman's interpretation of all of the laws on searchable books, this would be permissible. Obviously, Eli was the biggest one who wanted to have it, so I could talk with him at a later time. I just wanted to get all of this information to y'all and see if you had any strong thoughts or feelings towards it. And apparently we don't, so we're good.
Okay. But that's in the notes, so if anybody has feelings, they can also mark that on the notes or in chat. So the last two things seem pretty quick. They are both Josh Dean. I will give the floor to you, and then we will go to questions. I know we're running a little bit late, but we should be almost done.
Yeah, as you said, though, that happens as we get this close to con.
We get close to con.
So two things. I'm gonna. You gotta go, Rachel. Bye, Rachel.
Bye.
So two things. One, I'm going to also send staff out an email about this, or I'll have Jenna or Eli do it since they have access to. But I want to talk a little bit about XOps at Con and getting in touch with them and why you might get in touch with them. XOps at Con handles everything to do with the venue. So if you have a problem with anything food or water related, utilities related, be it electricity or internet, you need something cleaned up, you need tables, you need pipe and drape, anything related to that, you would contact XOps. And XOps this year is going to have its own channel on the radio. And one of 4 people will be able to answer your call at basically any time. And we'll try to get things handled relatively quickly. All you need to do is pop on the channel, ask for XOps, say you need like vomit cleaned up or a spill, or you need another table, or you need some drape, etc., so on and so forth. That way you don't have to come running and looking for one of us. We will just a dedicated channel for you to do that for. So yeah, that's basically it. Not even 5 minutes. The other one is I do this every year, but for those who happen to be in town on Tuesday, not just ConCom but any staff, I put together a little dinner at a place called Nick's Fish House. It's on the water in Baltimore. It's just basically go get a bunch of crab, and kind of enjoy yourselves a little bit before we have to deal with the hustle and bustle of the convention. It's something that you pay for yourself, so the con is going to be paying for any of it. I'm not going to be paying for any of your meals. Not again. I didn't mean to say that out loud. But if you happen to be in town Tuesday early afternoon, shoot me a message on Slack. They don't take reservations. So it's just going to be a thing of kind of playing it by ear. We'll see if we can't get ourselves a picnic table on the water. They're really good. If you've not had crab before, it's definitely worth trying out.
And if you're a vegetarian, you're screwed because they have literally 0 vegetarian options on their menu.
Yeah, they are
literally 0.
Good rum bucket though.
You can get their crab tots. Those have tots on them, right?
I mean,
you like alcoholic drinks?
They have sandwiches that you could ask for without the crab, probably. Like, you could get a chicken caprese sandwich without the chicken if you wanted, probably.
Yeah, they have some non-seafood things as well, but like...
They have 1 chicken dish. This is pretty much all crab.
So yeah.
Crab.
Crab.
I'll bring the crab share.
I'm gonna be putting that together.
Make you feel pretty crabby, Josh.
Yeah, I'll make people feel very crabby.
Oh.
Get out, puns on my job.
Okay, thank you, Josh. Other Josh says, yes. Is that the exact way you phrased it?
Yes.
Okay, so last but not least, we are going to answer all of your questions. We have gotten a bunch of them compiled throughout the time, and I am going to skim those and answer them. First one is 2PR. Line Monkey will be working Babs this coming year. If you want to send her to that con with promo stuff, she can do that. I know that's probably a little early at this point.
Does Babs run?
When is Babs in 2018?
Almost.
They're usually in April.
Yeah. Almost definitely, but we're not quite there yet as far as planning all of that. But almost definitely.
Cool. Con ops. What kind of training is there going to be for ops staff?
So we're trying to formalize our training more this year. We're going to be borrowing a little bit from securities, dispatching, and how to radio stuff. But the training is mostly just going to be a bunch of like communication habits that we want to see happen in the office and just stuff like that. Trying to fine tune the office a little bit more. I'm still kind of putting all those together, but not like anything crazy extensive. It'd be something you'd be able to read or watch a video, something you can do like a couple minutes of downtime.
Okay. Grant, you have a llama in your room? What? Because he said his favorite animal and it was a llama. I think that was...
Yeah, I was like, oh, there's something. I'll just say the first animal in my room, a llama. It was the first thing that popped in my head, and my head is technically in my room, so...
That's fair. I have an alpaca in my room, so... You could have a llama in your room. All right. 2 events. Did you guys hear back for... Oh, okay. Never mind. That we talked about. When was the Bernie Palooza launch page again? This is kind of PR, I guess. In 2 weeks, right? End of 2 weeks.
We're on day 5. It's 14 announcements.
Okay.
And then, so it'll be my birthday, July 20th.
Aw, happy birthday to you.
Yay.
Larsis. Oh, no, Ted. Yeah, Larsis says to other... Okay, that's not relevant. He wants to give you a hug, Josh Dean. And Kibby wants you to airmail him a high five.
Have you asked Larsis how his goldfish is?
Josh Brems wants to know how your goldfish is, Larsis. I'm just reading a document that the great, fantastic mods have put for me. I'm not talking to humans right now. Question for XR. The email that was sent out to all vendors didn't include the link to the form to complete for additional badges. Will this be remedied to everyone? I guess XR and vendors.
That is a very fantastic question. I believe we should remedy that. Maybe.
I will read it again. The email that was sent out to all vendors didn't include the link to the form to complete for the additional badges.
That is a known bug.
Okay.
Yep.
But yeah, will be remedied.
We're okay. So we're going to send out another email like tomorrow, hopefully, or the day after with booth assignments. And because we didn't want to send people like 4 emails in 1 week, because then the chances of them reading that go down even more, we decided to wait and send out the badge form in the next email. And if you don't have it in the meantime and want it, you can always just reply to the email. We've had a lot of people do that already.
Okay. Okay. Larsis has a general question about his goldfish's fusion reactor. Anyway, what is going on with the Bay Sox? I can answer that question quickly. They're doing some advertisements for us. They are passing out flyers at their games, and they are doing an announcement at their games, like over the intercom.
Yes, and they'll display our word mark and do I think it's a 30-second punch.
Yeah, so they're displaying our word mark and stuff like that. That's the where are they located exactly? Are they considered the Baltimore Bay Sox?
They're Bowie.
Bowie Bay Sox. They're in DC, Baltimore area, minor league team. Virginia, technically, but they're pretty close to Baltimore. If one asked yet what's to expect in terms of food for the staff suite this year, I'm sure Valiance can answer it a little better than me, but similar to the last year, just basic snacks. We're not doing meals again this year. I don't know. Valiance has
when it comes to the staff suite, due to certain reasons I won't go crazy heavily into, we cannot provide full meals. So what we will be doing is we're going to be making a push to provide a lot more. We're going to be doing like kind of half meal snack items. This year I'm hoping to have a lot more Cliff Bars up there, for example. Nice something that I know vegans can eat, stuff like that. We're going to try to bring it out a little bit. We're going to have some candy up there, the typical fare. But I just want to make sure that everyone is aware that you do need to be budgeting for food. The staff suite is just going to be snacks, water, Gatorade, kind of a little pick-me-up snack, not necessarily designed to be a full meal plan. So that's pretty much what we're going to have up there.
Sounds great. Thank you. Yes, we still use Tumblr. Check it out. If you go to blog.bronycon.org, that brings you directly to our Tumblr.
We don't use it as much as we probably should.
We don't use it as much as we should, I guess. But they put all the press releases on there, which is nice. Skipping along. Apparently, Virus is sending a womp womp to me. That's cool. Any last minute guests on? We are done with our guest list, right?
Yeah. We've announced all of our guests.
We are announcing Bernie Palooza guests right now, which is pretty cool. And then as the panel schedule gets released, that will have all of the community people who are coming, but all of the show guests have been announced. And then I think everything else is silly jokes. Does anybody have any other questions? We will wait a couple seconds because I know there's lag. Or does anybody on our side have anything they want to bring up?
Everybody needs to make sure that Jeremy eats real fucking meals this year.
Yeah.
Jeremy, I'm gonna pull up what
man,
Eli always did to me. Every year at con, Eli would be like, "Have you eaten today?"
I eat two real meals at con. I eat at the VIP dinner and the ConCom dinner.
There's no dinner though.
Real meals a day.
There isn't even the con.
Yeah, the ConCom dinner is on Wednesday.
Stop.
Jeremy?
I'm the deputy, and I will make it happen, and I promise.
Jeremy, I'm gonna come up to you and I'm gonna say, "Have you eaten today?" And you'll say, "Yes." I'll say, "What?"
Jeremy,
You could just do what Josh Dean did and just like turn around and shove a bagel up my face.
Josh Dean made me eat. Eli has made me eat. I will make you eat.
I swear it in front of everyone.
Sunrises or whatever I make.
You know,
eat.
I look at I hear all this people about making the making you guys eat. You know, as a vendor, as a former vendor, I can honestly say eating is overrated.
I'm gonna check it out.
Look at my face.
I have a list. I'm gonna
Look
check
at
it
my
out.
face, screw loose.
I don't care if
Put you
Jeremy
down.
Lunch.
I don't care if Jeremy eats as long as he shows up to his staff photo for the first time in 5 years.
See, there you go. That's a compromise.
That's it. That's all I care about.
beer is a food, right?
But also rule of 9.
Asking a bunch of questions.
Rule of 9 and no alcohol in Viper, so try harder.
Just go get some protein powder. You'll be fine.
Cliff bars. Cliff
Have a
bars
good
all
night,
day.
everyone. It's 10:16.
Yes, yeah, I was just
so
about to
there's
say, I was
that.
just checking to make sure there was no other ping questions to me. We are 17 minutes over. That is not that long, but long enough.
Feeling that my medics are
Everyone
so
that's on
busy
Viper,
with you
please
guys.
make Jeremy show up to the Viper staff photo. I will need help.
I will try.
If you have any other additional questions, feel free to ping me personally or ping your managers. They'll probably be able to answer your questions better, depending on what it is. Oftentimes, I will send you to your manager. But if it's something con related, feel free to ping me, and I can send you to the right place if I can't answer the question. Or any of these lovely people can also help answer your questions if we missed anything. Thank you all for showing up. Thank you all for staying late. And I guess the next time we will see all of you is at the con, which is super exciting. So we will see everyone in 30 days.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.